Monday night because we are, hopefully creating history here by filming something like this, the first meeting in Biohack Austin. And also because, as some of you may have seen, if you want to see it later, we have my immortality bus out there, which is a totally wacky concept. But at the same time, it is drawing attention to the field that we're sort of all in, which is transhumanism. We're just using science and technology to radically change ourselves and also our experience. And for you, those of you who don't know, I'm running for president. I'm an FEC registered candidate, one of 1,000. And of course, as a third party, I have virtually no chance of winning. But it's not about winning, of course. It's really about making a statement, and for the first time, bringing technology, bringing biohacking, bringing transhumanism, bringing singularity ideas right to the forefront of what politics is in America. And especially bringing longevity issues. One of the main kind of premises of my campaign is to try to get the government to recognize that living longer, living better, and living healthier with technology and science should not just be something that we talk about, should not just be something we spend some millions of dollars on, but should be one of the most important mandates of the government. So one of the things that I am doing is I have this crazy bus that looks just like a coffin. Yes, it's very provocative, and some people will say it's a gimmick, and of course it's a gimmick. But I'm driving it from California all the way to Washington, D.C., and what we're delivering in Washington, D.C. on the U.S. Capitol building is sort of like Martin Luther with his 95 Theses. We're delivering a transhumanist Bill of Rights, and in that Bill of Rights, we're going to include a number of different types of objectives that hopefully the government would one day embrace. And of course, the first one would be morphological freedom, which is the right to do with your body whatever you want to do, as long as it doesn't hurt somebody else. And I think a lot of people in this room may have felt some pressure from outside society as they're talking about these cool things, but others are saying, wow, that's really weird, or I don't even like that. But this is what morphological freedom is really about. It's about saying that you can do these things, and not only can you feel proud, but they should be completely normal to do. And the second thing we're doing with this Transhumanist Bill of Rights is trying to create a government that would spend a lot more money on people's health than on war. One of the main platforms of one of the main policies of my platform is to take a large amount of money from defense and put it directly into medicine, directly into science. Here we are fighting wars in far-off places when we want to have a war on cancer. We want to have a war on heart disease. We want to have a war on Alzheimer's. Something that, frankly, all of us may eventually go through if we don't spend enough money on changing that kind of system. And a third thing that, frankly, our bus is trying to do is we're just trying to spread a general kind of culture of embracing science and technology. As you probably know, I think Texas is probably certainly more conservative than California, but you're starting to see a bit of a pushback from people saying, wow, is AI really that dangerous? Or wow, should we really be tempering with our bodies that much? Or should we have artificial limbs that can tie to our neural systems that can actually, grab a glass of beer or something like that? Is that too far for humanity to go? Especially if you're religious. And maybe you all know I'm apparently the first visible atheist presidential candidate that's ever run in the 300-year history of America. I know it's crazy, but I am, and I'm promoting that quite a bit because it's not that I'm anti-religious in any way. It just happens to be that it's time to leave religion out of the government entirely, especially when we look at putting money into science. Again, my entire platform really is centered around going across the country and saying we just need to spend a lot more money. We just want to take the government resources and give it to the scientists, give it to the technologists, give it to the futurists, so that they can develop the kinds of things that will make our lives better, so that we will one day have all the resources to conquer virtually every form of suffering, virtually every disease, virtually every kind of problem that we could have. And all of us have lost someone that we loved. All of us have experienced to some degree probably someone who has died. And it's a shame in the 21st century that we're not spending more resources on conquering that, especially when it's very possible that we have those resources. A number of my advisors, Aubrey de Grey and other people, know that we're like within 10 to 20 years of being able to stop aging, hopefully reverse aging, and get it to a point when our bodies can be pristine and healthy for the rest of our lives. So really my platform, the presidential campaign, the wacky bus, it's all about a general idea of just trying to spread a culture of health, longevity, and science, and especially promoting the concept of transhumanism, which is sort of an umbrella concept for just using science to make our lives better. But I just really want to thank Mashveli for kind of having me here, for putting this on, and for everyone coming out here and also being in front of the cameras, because we're creating a kind of a little bit of a media storm as we go through. We're just trying to get everyone to hear about it, to hear about biohacking. Some of the media people have never heard about it, and if they have, they didn't really understand what it means. About a month ago at GrindFest up in California, I got my first NFC or RFID chip, so I joined the crowd, and it's not the first thing I'm going to be doing to my body, and I'm looking forward to the days when we can start modifying ourselves to become more machine-like. And it's going to be a brilliant future, a future that is full of perfect health, a future that is less on suffering and more on joy, and also one that really celebrates science. I want to live in a country that really celebrates science, and that's really what my platform is about. So thank you so much for coming today, and thank you for having me here, and it's been great to meet everyone.